you're watching this video, this is to all my clients that are using version 2. I've gotten a lot of emails like, oh, where did my folders go in the files? So I want to make a little video to kind of explain things. They're still kind of there, but just a little explanation first of all. So in version 1, it was my first attempt at this Ensemble Manager platform. And it's great, working great. But, as with anything, you kind of learn from mistakes. And so version 2 allows me to fix a lot of mistakes in version 1. And one of the things I learned the hard way was this folder idea that was in files. So I had a librarian bring this idea up to me, and he wanted to kind of organize things, so I created this little idea of folders. And to be quite honest with you, it's turned into one of the biggest mistakes I've ever done in programming. And I know you're going to be surprised to hear that, but let me explain why. The idea of the folders was allow people to organize things, and when it was suggested to me, the librarian wanted to put things like in like a violin folder and a viola folder and that kind of thing. So that's what it was originally designed. Then I started getting emails from new clients going, well, I created these folders and I dropped all the files in there, but they're not showing up on the front end. And I had to explain to them, like, just because you create a folder and call it violin and plop something in it doesn't mean it's getting shared with the violin section. That's not how this works. And so I was getting a lot of people that were getting angry. And the other thing was other people would use the folders to put, like, this is Beethoven's Fifth Symphony violin part. This is the overture violin part. And they were creating the folders that way. Well, the problem with that, the concept of folders was to create something that would be reused. So you can imagine every time there would be another concert, somebody would create a folder and call it by a name, and pretty soon we were getting these massive folders on people's accounts, and they were getting angry because there was all these folders. Another problem I had was people had this concept that if I have the files in a folder and I delete the folder, I am therefore deleting the files. That is not true. I had to inform them that all you did was you just deleted the parent ID that is tied to the files. So now the program's looking for an ID that you just deleted, so they're just not showing up. Everything's still there. You're still taking up server space, but yeah, so anyway, it just created a nightmare. So in version 2, this is going to be done a little bit different. So let me explain it, okay? First of all, in version 2, it's got a very robust filtering system. So if you look over here, click on filter, you'll see this little thing pop down. So if you're wanting the folders for organization, you can really search really quickly. Like if I'm going to look for this file called test part, right? So I'm just going to start typing in test. And it is blazingly fast. So if you have 500 files on here and you're looking for something and you've used a naming convention where I want to look for French horn, so you just type in French horn, or I want to look for a piece and it's called the name of the piece. If you just start typing it, you'll pull up all those files. That's one way of searching for things. Another way is I have kind of created this concept of folders, but I've taken the two things that people do. They're either putting it in a folder for a piece or they're creating a custom folder. So if you have your repertoire already created and you go into edit mode, like this little dummy thing I created, like for this one, this concert's playing Hoedown Symphony 10 and the Planets. So it automatically pulled this in from the repertoire and you can designate it what you want it to be in. So if you want to use the piece as an filtering system, it's still there, and also this way you don't have to create it, it creates it for you, and that way you can assign it that way. If you do still want to create custom folders, you have that ability too. You'll see this little menu item, simply click it, and you'll see if you had custom folders, they're still there. You can still edit them, and you can create them if you want to by doing it this way, but you can still edit and create folders here, and those will also show up here. So the pieces will show up and custom folders will show up as well. So now it should reduce a lot of the work that you're trying to do. So now that you still have your folders, and also I created this filtering system, and I already showed you can search by name, You can also search by section. So if I've shared things with violins and I just want to see what I've got, I just click violin. Okay, if I want to see what I got trumpets, I don't have any trumpets right now, but you can also filter this way if you're looking for section, and also you can filter it by folders. So anything that you have placed in the folder, a piece or a custom folder, you can do this will be here. So I can search for whatever's in Hoedown. So you still have the ability to do everything you had before. In my opinion, this is much, much better than what it was being done before, and it alleviates all those problems and confusions that people were having with the old way. And in addition, like if I go to the front end, this is another thing that people were using this for is on the front end. I'm going to go through here. It still will put it in sections like this. Like, see, these are my Hoedown pieces, these are my Planet pieces. So if you organize them, it's still going to do it the same way it did in the old version. So anyway, I didn't mean to freak out everybody because I started getting all these emails like people were freaking out. But anyway, I hope this is a lot better. I really do think it'll be better than the old way. It's just a little bit different. It may take some getting used to, but I really do think this way will be much better than what you guys were doing before. If you have any questions, by all means, email me. Let me know what you think. You like it, you don't like it, and I'll do my best to make you guys happy. So anyway, that's what's going on. Hope that helps.